Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the BFS Fishing Channel. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at this reel right here. So this is the Purelure Silver Feather reel, and it did look very interesting the first time I saw it around, but I really didn't want to pay the $120 or so that they were asking. So I waited until kind of the very last minute of the 11 of 11 sale, and then finally picked this up. But let's go ahead and unbox this guy and see what he's all about. A lot of you guys were curious about this reel, and for good reason. The specs that they were touting were pretty impressive, with the reel itself being something like 111 or 112 grams. I do have a little bit of reservations about this reel because, and I'm not sure, but I keep saying this over and over again, but I feel like DMK, which I think is the OEM that makes the reel for Purelure, is actually the OEM for Casking. And I'm not 100% sure on that, but we'll take a look and we'll see if if we can't prove my hypothesis right. But anyways, here is the box. This is the Silver Feather, produced by Purelure. I have the left-handed 60 Air HG. I wanted to get the XG, but they said they were out of stock of that. And so here is some information. So HG is going to be a 7.5 to 1 gear ratio, 4 kilograms of drag strength, 11 plus 1 ball bearings, and you get about 65 centimeters per turn. So here are some line ratings. It's going to be 135 meters of 0.6, 110 meters of 0.8 go, and then 90 meters of 1 go. The XG is an 8.5 to 1 gear ratio, and you get about 74 centimeters per turn. So that's quite a bit of line. All right, so let's go ahead and open up the box. And wow, that's a pretty nice little bag there. What else do you get in the box? Let's take a look, as we always do. So you get a nice little QC card, maybe? I'm not sure. And then a little pamphlet that shows how to use a spinning reel, how to use a bait casting reel. I think this is just a really, really generic how-to guide, which we don't need. And then schematics. So this will definitely come in handy later on. And if you guys want to see, you can freeze the frame there or freeze the video here, and then we'll go ahead and move on. And this is the 60 Elite XG. This is the 60. So it looks like there's another reel in this family as well there's going to be a reel called the Elite, whereas this one is the Air. So I wonder what that one's all about. But we'll take a look at that later. Okay, let's get into the reel itself. So it comes in a nice little bag, and then it comes in a nice plastic bag. Okay, initial impressions. Initial impressions are not good. If you guys can hear that, that sounds very gritty to me. It doesn't feel gritty, but it sounds gritty, and I don't know what that is. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we can get with free spool. Okay, here's just off the bat, let's listen to some sounds. So here is the drag clicker. And here's the star drag. I gotta say, that star drag is so quiet. I've never heard. Yeah, it's unusual. Anyways, okay. It's very strange because it's like quiet and then it gets louder. You hear that? Very strange, that sound. Okay, so you can see the side profile, front. I gotta say that the paint doesn't really, I don't know, the paint doesn't really do this reel any justice. I'm not really one for silver colored reels, and so yeah, I don't know why they keep choosing these silver colored reels. Clutch is not the lightest clutch, but not the most hardest clutch ever. Okay, let's keep looking, because before I get too disappointed. All right, so here is the spool and here is the braking system. Let's go ahead and get a weight on the spool. Hopefully you guys can see right there. So it's gonna be tared out. And here we go. So the spool does come in at around 3.95 grams. So that is very lightweight. And let's go ahead and get an all up weight. They were saying 112. This comes in at 119.44. Maybe if I move it, 119.45. Yeah, so it's still a fairly lightweight reel, and it does feel quite lightweight in the hands. It's a little bit unusual to feel something this lightweight. It does feel quite sturdy. I don't feel like it's going to break in my hand, and I don't feel any... There's a little bit of flex on this this top part, but likely it's because of the way that they actually designed it and kind of sculpted it. But it does feel fairly sturdy in hand. The one thing I will say, though, is because it feels so light, it feels a little bit on the cheap side. Like everything about this reel feels a little bit cheap. I want to say that it's not, most likely. But yeah, here we go. Brake dial clicking. Only up to 8. I don't like that. Please don't tell me that that's the free spool. Okay. There's a little bit of side-to-side play, as you guys can hear. This is on brake setting 0. And here we go. Wow. That can't be it, right? No way. Again, free spool is not an indication of how well a reel will cast, but me feeling like this reel is made by the same OEM that makes the Casking reels. The Casking BFS reels were famously known for being overbraked. And if this reel cannot free spool very long like that, that kind of makes me feel like there's a possibility that this reel is also overbraked. And if that's the case, then this will be a good beginner's reel, but it's not going to get you the max distances that you're wanting. And so what I didn't understand about the Casking reels, like the Valiant Eagle 2 and the Kestrel Elite, was that they touted that their spools were the lightest in the world at the time. And they were the lightest spools in the world. But because the braking system was overbraked, they didn't really get to take advantage of that. And if this reel also does that as well, then I don't really see the point. And with this having a very unique braking system where I think this whole outer ring is the magnet itself, you can't adjust this. Well, I guess you could put some tin foil around it, but then I don't know why the end user has to go through these lengths to, make adjustments to everything. So I don't know. Right off the bat, I'm not the most pleased with this reel. It is comfortable to hold in hand, and the Casking reels were also very comfortable to hold in hand, but there's not very many brake settings that you can get out of this. The dial is quite tight. The spool tension knob is clickable. I'm not a fan of this drag clicker right off the bat because it gets louder as you get to... No. It gets louder as you get to the weakest setting. And then louder again as you get to the highest settings? Huh. And then again, they're moving to these like really thin knobs. I'm not sure why they're doing that. They're shimmed really well though. And the carbon fiber on this is pretty amazing. It's like there's no flex. There's a little bit of flex this way, but there's no flex in it this way at all. So it does feel quite sturdy. And there's no flex or slop this way, and none this way as well. So over 119 gram reel, it does feel pretty sturdy. I'm not sure what that sound is about in the retrieve, but as you start to slow down, you can kind of feel, I don't know, it feels a little bit, not gritty, but I wonder if it's the bearings. I wonder if they're ceramic bearings. which is something that I did not actually check. This one does have a blue seal. And then this one, that's something that's also unique. This one, you can't even see the bearing down inside there. I think you have to remove the brake assembly in order to access that. And so that's something we'll take a look at in the teardown itself. But yeah, this was the first look and initial impressions of the Purelure Silver Feather.
Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so this is me in the future. I'm coming back, and you can definitely see that I have used the reel finally. I have actually taken the reel out and gotten a chance to fish with it, and I gotta say that a lot of my initial impressions with this reel were just that. They were just initial impressions. I couldn't be more wrong about some of the aspects of this reel, and so I urge you guys to, before you have any snap judgments about this reel, to go ahead and keep an eye out for the casting impression video. Yeah, I was very, very pleasantly surprised by this reel. And yeah, I urge you guys to watch the casting impressions video when that comes out, and also the teardown video when that comes out as well. So it might be the teardown video coming out before the casting impressions, but all in good time. This reel is pretty, there are really, really good points, and then there are some not so good points about this reel. But anyways, stay tuned for those videos, guys, and we'll go back to the outro. Bye.
Let me know what you guys thought about it. Let me know if you guys have any questions about it. If you want me to do anything special with it, let me know. I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you liked the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel grow. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.